What brings you happiness? That is a good question to ask yourself. Anybody. Isn't that what the gospel is all about? Asking that question over and over again. What brings you happiness? Is it sin? Sin can bring us temporary pleasure, right? Is it the effects of sin? No, it never is it? So, how can sin bring us happiness? Sin doesn't last as long either. Almost any sin that you can commit has a shelf life before it is exhumed. That is so true. And either we're going to get caught, or we're going to get, or the sin, it exfoliates. You're going to get caught, or you're going to get caught either by the law, by God's law, or the laws of the land, or you're going to get caught by the wicked. The wicked will give you an intermediate judgment. So sin gives us a very, very, very temporary pleasure. So the question is, what brings us happiness? What brings us true joy? So, like, I'm starting a diet. Actually, I already started the diet. And I have to constantly tell myself before I pick up and eat something that's going to ruin it completely. Is that going, what brings me happiness? What makes me happy? Is it that cheeseburger and fries? That can give me maybe 7 minutes of pleasure. But the results are way out, are greater and outweigh the longevity of making the right decision, which would be not to eat the cheeseburger, to eat something that can give me good feelings, healthy feelings. It can still taste good to my pleasure senses. But also it's going to leave me with long-lasting joy because I'm making decisions that are leading to correct living. It's hard to make that decision because we're right here on the cusp, and we're saying sin presents itself, right? It's so easy. It's easy to sin. It's easy to take that temporary pleasure. But the joy is when we keep the commandments. I want to read a scripture. I know I keep repeating myself because it's so simple, the simpleness of the way, yet it's so profound, isn't it? It's so profound. And so, what is joy? What is true joy? What brings us true joy? And why don't we choose that? Why are we creatures that choose the lesser of the joy? Let's read 1 Nephi chapter 8, verse 12. Because the path to joy isn't always easy, is it? And as I partook of the fruit thereof, it filled my soul with exceedingly great joy. Wherefore I began to be desirous that my family should partake of it also, for I knew that it was desirable above all other fruit. What other fruits was he talking about? It was desirable above all other fruit. The fruits of the earth, the fruit of the world, the fruit of making money, the fruit of physical health, the fruit of intelligence, of knowledge, worldly knowledge. And these things aren't necessarily bad. But he's saying, I partook of the fruit that was desirable above all other. But was it easy to get to that fruit? No, it wasn't. He had to hold to the rod, right? There were mists of darkness. There were buildings, the great and spacious buildings where people mocked. It was not an easy journey. So what brings us happiness? That which is not always easy to attain, but worth it.